This is about the Sri Lanka's controversial politician, the founder of the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, Mr. H.M. Ashraf. Mr. Ashraf met with an helicopter accident on 16th September 2000 because he got into a Sri Lanka Air Force Mi-17 helicopter from the Sri Lanka Police Department playground at Bambalapitiya on 16 September 2000 and on a flight to Ampara district to have also taken him to Kandy, Randenikala, Mahawaya and Iginiagala. On this flight, what happened was about 40 to 45 minutes after the flight takeover, the helicopter lost contact with the air traffic controllers of Sri Lanka Air Force at Katunayake, Sri Lanka Air Force Air Base, and then like another Sri Lanka Air Force helicopter was sent to search for the missing helicopter to Hasalaka Randenikan area. The wreckage of Mr. Ashraf's helicopter was found in flames in Bible Rock area in Aranayak in Kegol district. Mr. Ashraf died in this accident, and his funeral was held on the same day around midnight at Colombo Jawat Muslim burial grounds. The government at that time, President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, appointed a presidential commission of inquiry into the crash, but it did not find any conclusive evidence for the crash. So I think this type of aircraft, helicopter crashes have some problems for our country because of this situation. I think Sri Lanka must obtain the support to establish similar to National Aeronautic and Space Administration of USA in Washington DC. Sri Lanka Aeronautics and Space Administration Organization and streamline the establishment of Sri Lanka navigational satellite system similar to the US Space Force own the Global Position Satellite navigational satellite system. And thereafter create Sri Lanka Space Force in order to be in charge of the Sri Lanka Global navigational satellite system similar to the GPS system, because these type of accidents probably happen because of a problem in the air navigations. So that is why Sri Lanka must have its own Sri Lanka Global Air Navigation or generally Sri Lanka Global Navigation Satellite System to be owned by Sri Lanka Space Force. So in that case, I also like to advise the US Congress to pass laws to establish, in addition to the current national space aeronautic space NASA, that is National Aeronautics and Space Administration in Washington DC, or NASA, like a US National Multiverse Administration, that is NMA, Multiverse Administration, in order to explore the multiverse universe, which is made of space-time universe, because NASA is only administration according to the law of the US Congress. Its responsibility is only towards the space-time universe. So as my birthday comes on 20th July, my 50th birthday, or the day Neil Armstrong laid foot on the moon, especially because of the President John F. Kennedy's space exploration, the Moon Challenge program, I think the US government must enact laws to start the National Multiverse Administration, or NMA of USA, in order to explore beyond the space-time universe the other universes in the multiverse. Multiverse means aggregate of the universes, not only the space-time universe in which we live, and also there has to be such a national multiverse administration, NMA, incorporated by the federal laws of the US Congress, must also need to set up a system to monitor the similar to the US global positioning system, which is established to navigate the globe, the planet Earth. A similar device system, probably like a sensoring system, to navigate the space-time universe first, because we remember the Voyager, the satellite that NASA sent to the space in I think it was in 1970s, as far as I remember. Well, that Voyager satellite was like a beyond the our planetary system. It's like a interplanetary mission, a satellite mission, unmanned satellite mission, and it, as I remember, that it had inside it communications written in Sinhala language as well. To anyone who get in touch with the satellite, which has now gone past the our sun's solar system, beyond the Pluto, planet Pluto. So anyone, any other life form in the space-time universe, if for the purpose of their communications, I think this particular message that NASA has sent it to the space, and this particular message of contact details of the planet Earth had been put on this Voyager satellite mission, Voyager mission on different languages, including Sinhala. So while being thankful to the NASA for doing that, probably I think someone will contact Sinhala languages there. So that is why to navigate the space-time universe, like similar to the GPS, there has to be a navigation system, because any living being, any life forms to be identified, there has to be a navigation system. So that purpose, satellites won't, missions like Voyage won't help, because it's very time consuming and it takes time to travel to a location, not like sending a satellite to the outer space orbit, out of our Earth to the orbit. So it takes time. So I think satellites like the GPS constellation of satellites won't do, but to navigate the space-time universe, there has to be like a reflection of the like light waves emanating from the stars of different solar systems in the space-time universe. So that to start with, our Milky Way galaxy, there are millions of stars similar to our stars. So based on those light reflections, if the locations can be pinned as in Google Maps, and then those locations are marked, so then there can be like a good navigation system, because without a navigation system, even when you look at the Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, and British navigations on the shipping lines earlier during the history, they followed the stars. So similarly, the NASA new National Multiverse Administration, to be incorporated by the U.S. Congress laws, federal laws, must set up a navigation system for the universe based on the here once again the stars, but that stars means the different suns that give energy to the different solar systems in the our Milky Way galaxy, and then expand it to the Andromeda next galaxy, and then similarly to different galaxies, and then have a whole space-time universe pinned, similar to Google Maps, like a Google space-time universe map must be there for each galaxy on the space-time universe. Thereafter, such navigation systems would definitely make sure space explorations, first unmanned, then manned, then probably unmanned, then animals like dogs and cats, and thereafter human. But animals like dog and cat must be safely placed without destroying their life, and thereafter human navigation would be possible. I like to draw the attention of the Sri Lankan authorities that the controversial death of Sri Lanka Muslim Congress leader Mr. MHM Ashraf. Mr. Ashraf's death due to the air crash of the Sri Lanka Air Force helicopter, Mi-17 helicopter, and before that, he actually formed the Muslim Liberation Front in 1977 to represent Sri Lanka's Muslim population. And he was the legal advisor and theoretician, and it was like they formed an alliance with the Tamil United Liberation Front in 1977 for the general election. And not only that, Mr. Ashraf famously, as a mistake, he said in 1977 in an election rally that even if his big brother Amisthalingam, the then leader of the Tamil United Liberation Front, abandoned the Tamilam goal, his little brother, that Mr. Ashraf is saying himself, he's saying that the little brother Ashraf would continue to fight for it. So I think this is the downfall, because he let down our country by talking about a division. So this is karma. The nature's law of karma has come on him. But using the technology, we must be able to save lives in future, because people can be misled by various attitudes based behavior. But still, if the technology is there, if Sri Lanka Space Force is there, Sri Lanka global navigational satellite system is there, we can better have our own satellite based navigation system. So in order to make sure that any Air Force helicopter crashes similar to the Mi-17 helicopter crash that took place in 2000, in which Mr. Ashraf died, could be avoided, because Mr. Ashraf contributed to development of country a lot, but he was rather misled by this separatist movement. So I think Sri Lanka needs support from NASA to establish Sri Lanka Aeronautics and Space Administration, and to continue. I think the present the National Unity Alliance that Mr. Ashraf formed two political parties. One was Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, which was originally a cultural organization that was elevated as a political organization for Sri Lankan Muslims. The thing is, this ethnic related political parties is a sprout from the the separatist movement, the TULF, the Tamil United Liberation Organization, the EPRLF, Elam People's Revolutionary Liberation Front, EPDP, Elam People's Democratic Front, LTT, Tamil Elam, Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam, EROS, Elam Revolutionary Organization, Students, and ENDP, Elam National Democratic Party, etc. These all organizations are mostly or predominantly Sri Lankan Tamil ethnic oriented organizations, and present EPDP, Elam People's Democratic Party, Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, Jathika Helorumia, and also Pivituru Helorumia are also ethnic line formed political parties, which must be scrapped, because political parties can't take ethnicity together, because this evolution happened because of the Vadikodai resolution to form a separate country in 1960s by the TULF, which was formed for the purpose of, on ethnic lines, Tamil United Liberation Front. As the word Tamil says, it is only for the Tamil people. So this resulted in creation of so many other ethnic wise created political parties in Sri Lanka, and therefore all these political parties must change, because their names must not be changed first, to not to mention ethnicity when in politics. but rather generally they must say, for example, Sri Lanka, you can say Sri Lanka Congress for the Muslim people, or Ceylon Congress for the Rishad Baduddin's Muslim community, and also similarly, EPDP, without saying Elam, Sri Lanka People's Democratic Party, EPRL, also replacing the word Elam must be replaced in all these parties, because ethnic wise, when political parties are named, it causes a lot of evolutionary issues which create hate speech later between ethnic groups. So the government must decide on this matter. And if Buddhist monks enter the parliament and contest elections, well then the Christians priest, the Hindu priest, and the Roman Catholic priest, and the Anglican Christian priest, Hindu priest, and they and the Islam priest, Maulavis, must also be given opportunity to enter the parliament. That is the thing, because that otherwise what will happen is that once again it reflects bad when Buddhist monks participate in the lawmaking process while ignoring the other priests from Anglican Christianity, Roman Catholic religion, and Hinduism, and the Islam religion. So this government must decide how to accommodate this by allowing all representation of all religious priests in the parliament. I think this is very important to make sure unity. Otherwise, there can be problems in the lawmaking process where Buddhist monks predominantly influence the lawmaking, which applies to the other religious people also, which cannot be really accepted. And also the National Unity Alliance, which was headed after Mr. Ashraf's untimely death by his wife, Mrs. Ferial Ashraf, was later absorbed, I think, into the Sri Lanka Freedom Party under President Mahinda Rajapaksa's leadership. So actually National Unity Alliance at that time refers to a Tamil and Muslim, Sri Lankan Tamil in North and Sri Lankan Tamil in East, and Sri Lankan Muslim in East and Sri Lankan Muslims in North Unity Alliance, which was a step towards the division, which happens, I think, without Mr. Ashraf knowing this, unconsciously, because of the influence of the separatist movement. So I think the National Unity Alliance is no more today, but I think there's another, similar to Tamil National Alliance, there's another Muslim National Alliance by Mr. Azad Sali. So these, all these Tamil National Alliance, the name, the Muslim National Alliance, their names refer to ethnicity. So those must not be allowed, because when we refer to ethnicity and have political alliances, it creates a lot of, hatred among the Sri Lankans.